Hey guys, it's Mike with BitcoinHomebase.com, and just wanted to make another video to talk about the market right now. So obviously we are in some very crazy times with Bitcoin, all of crypto really, and a lot of people are asking me, is this time to bail out? Is it time to leave crypto? And I mean, honestly, that's up to everybody individually. Everybody has to make a decision what they need to do for themselves, but I can tell you that I see crypto in general as being a really vital force in the economy moving forward. Crypto is the future of currency, and it really puts the power back in the hands of the people in so many ways that we probably would never be able to achieve through the current systems. So anyway, so that's my little speech there, but and I wanted to discuss what I see happening with the market and what I'm doing strategy-wise right now. So as you see, Bitcoin right now is down to about 8,400. So for me, I've been really hoping we'd have another dip like this. Wasn't sure if it was ever going to happen again. In the back of my mind, I thought, well, it could happen. Obviously, we had a lot of noobs in the crypto space, and there's some people who would not understand really the principles of crypto. I mean, I see people on the message boards all the time. They don't seem to understand what crypto is, how it functions, or even that there's a possibility that it could go down as much as it has. So all of this is sort of come as a surprise. So I kind of figured that having a mass influx in a very short period of time of that kind of buyer, especially if they're subjected to the FUD of the mainstream media, who also don't understand crypto. I've seen them literally point out that Bitcoin Cash is the original coin, and that Bitcoin was the derivative of Bitcoin Cash. So there's so much confusion out there. There's a lot of people that want to pretend like they know what this is, and they haven't taken the time to research how blockchain works, what coins are actually coins, what coins are tokens, what projects really have great legitimacy in a future, and what coins do not. So, I mean, if you're watching the news, watching MSNBC or CNN or Fox, and their financial analyst, and they're talking about crypto, 90% of those dudes just have no clue what they're talking about. And you can watch any channel rip those guys to shreds here on YouTube. So, I mean, this is really the only place you can take legitimate commentary from, is some of the more data-driven YouTube channels. But yeah, it's nice that they're out there in the media spreading awareness. I think even if they're spreading FUD right now, which it seems like they really want to, it's still creating an awareness, because I think we're going to hit a rebound that's going to bounce back really hard. So what do I see Bitcoin doing? So obviously Bitcoin is sort of the guide. It's sort of the pole that holds up all of crypto, and I don't see it going much lower. I think we'll probably see, in my mind, you know, we might dip right below 8,000, but I don't think very much below 8,000. I think we're gonna see, we're near the bottom right now. I have just bought more Bitcoin, but I would like to buy even more. So I'm waiting for my next check to put more fiat into Bitcoin, but I don't think I'm going to have another 2 weeks before it starts to rebound. So I think this is a very short-lived opportunity to buy more. But yeah, we're going to see Bitcoin bounce back pretty quickly, I think. By the end of February, it should be turned around, and I think we'll be easily, when it comes back, I think we're going to go on a really big run. I don't want to say how big, but I think it's going to be bigger than what we've seen so far. I think it'll probably dwarf the run that we did back at the end of 2017, a few months ago. So there's a lot of room for crypto to grow, and I think that we are prime as people are really learning more about it. The education, I think, is key to really having a strong foundation into crypto. And I think that having seen what's happened over the last couple of months kind of play out and people see it rebounding again, I don't think we're going to see any panic selling this next time. So again, until there's huge amounts of money, and I mean, crypto is really in its infancy. As you can see, the market cap is now 396 billion total for all of crypto. As more and more money flows into crypto, we're going to see it have lower lows. We're not going to see it dip as hard. So it's get more money in crypto is going to sort of stabilize it, and then we'll start to see more of a steady, slow and steady growth at certain points. So I think in the beginning, though, we still have room for some exponential growth. And I don't rule out some of the really, uh, really sort of exciting predictions that all of us have heard about Bitcoin. I still think that all of the price action that we've seen over January and February, this doesn't preclude some of the bigger prices. So do I think Bitcoin still has the potential to do 100K? I think it does. I think that that is definitely within the realm of possibility. How quickly it can do that, I don't know. But I can say it wouldn't be great for it if it did it immediately. So if we hit another bull run and then we hit like 20, then 40, and then, if it hits 60, too much too quick is not a good thing for any market. So just letting it do its thing slow and steady and having managed expectations of the investors in crypto. And also, we need to start looking at it like it's a currency. So Bitcoin, I think, is always going to be a store of value. It's going to get cheaper to transfer. It's going to get better. I think it already has. I've had transactions that have been just a couple of bucks recently. So I think in the midst of some of the slower moments, we've the network has calmed down, and I've been able to make some relatively cheap transactions, which is nice to see again. In the sense it's been a couple of crazy months where transaction prices just went through the roof because there's so many new people in the space. But the new people are a really good thing, and I think that they're learning. They're going to learn their lesson. I don't think that people are going to want out of crypto after this. I think that this is really just the beginning, but it just was an important learning curve for people who have had zero education and investments in their life. The high schools in the United States, they don't really prepare people for investment, and if you go to college, you really have to specialize in investing to really learn about it. There's no other place except for going out on your own and taking it on yourself to figure out about the financial markets and understand the principles behind them and how the charts work. And it's a lot to learn for the layman who just wanted to sign up for Coinbase and buy some Bitcoin. So I think that we're going to see it become a little bit more integrated into culture. I think that we're on the cusp of crypto being embedded into some of the larger e-commerce sites out there. There's obviously the rumors, which I think you guys have heard too, about Litecoin being brought into Amazon. I personally think that that is very likely. It looks like they did purchase the URLs that involve cryptocurrency. So what their relationship is going to be, if they're actually going to start an exchange, it's hard to say. But it's all possible. I mean, there's a lot of money in the space. Why wouldn't they want a piece of it? Why wouldn't they want to challenge one of the other big names in tech to try to become the Kleenex or the Coke of the cryptocurrency world? And Amazon has the platform to do that. They have such a large base of users, and then they benefit in a couple of ways, because not only are they now the platform that brokers the transactions, they're making money off the transaction fees of buying and selling crypto, but then you are spending it directly into their ecosystem. So you're holding it in your wallet. They can really make it favorable for you to spend your crypto on Amazon as well. So it's entirely possible that they're gonna implement Litecoin, or maybe a variety of cryptocurrencies, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, who knows. So I've heard rumors very strongly suggest that it is Litecoin, and if you ask me, it looks like Litecoin is the most primed to make a move like that right now. So obviously there's a lot of great coins out there, but the one that is the closest to being ready, that offers the lowest transaction fees for a coin that is really widely circulating, I think is Litecoin. So clearly Ripple has its own use case, and it's meant primarily for financial institutions. That doesn't mean that you couldn't accept it, but that it's not really what the users, or excuse me, the creators of Ripple had intended for it. It's meant to transfer large quantities of currency overseas, and for wire transfers to help banking institutions. And obviously we all know that. We've had that pounded into our heads a million times, and it doesn't, anyone can use Ripple any way they want, but I don't know if they're going to try to, just because of the use case, business really follows those, whatever the scenario is presented by the company. So if they're just being presented, okay, well, this is for financial institutions, they'll probably listen, but I don't see it as being impossible, because obviously a lot of people do hold Ripple out there still, and and it's held its value pretty well, all things considered. I mean, it's stayed in the top 3. So anyway, I think that we will see all of the coins rise when the Bitcoin tide rises in the next couple of weeks. We'll see another massive run for Ethereum probably. Again, not financial advice. You guys, I hope that you're able to formulate your own decisions based upon what's best for you in this scenario, because I know that obviously we're in tax time right now in the United States, coming into that season. So there's a lot of people who need money to pay for taxes. I think that's part of what we're seeing, is we're not really good savers here in the US. We're not people that really do a good job of putting checks away to prepare for tax time. So I think that crypto could really be the piggy bank that gets broken in order to pay Uncle Sam. So we might have to see a little bit of that going right now. So I think that that's part of the motivation. But anyway, so the coins that I am personally buying right now during this dip are coins that are going to be really strong going into the rest of the year. So I think Bitcoin going to be incredibly strong. I think it's going to rebound in a major way. We'll see it do a huge bull run. We'll probably see Ethereum reach its predicted quarter of Bitcoin's value. So I think as we see Bitcoin go, we're also going to see Ethereum grow to that place, and it's going to hit that 25% of Bitcoin's total value. Whatever that should fall. If it's 25% of 20,000, 25% of 40,000, I think that what seems realistic is obviously a quick rebound to 20, and everybody who said crypto is over is going to be wowed, and we'll see another big run based on that, because they're saying, holy crap, if it can do that, it's literally unstoppable. So I think we'll see 40 to 60,000, probably no sweat after that, because so much money will flood into it. But the big thing that has to change is there has to be more ways for people to purchase than just Coinbase. And not that there's not. I mean, obviously there's a few options, but the big name that everybody knows right now, the main way that people get their money in and out is through Coinbase. And that's as soon as some of these other ways of purchasing crypto with fiat become more commonplace, we're going to see the world of crypto really transform and money will flow into it like crazy. But there just has to be something that's a little bit easier than just this one channel. So anyway, but back to coins that I am purchasing during this major fire sale, we'll call it. We've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, super strong always. Cardano, picked up a little more Cardano, and Litecoin. So again, I feel like those coins, Cardano just has such an amazing future, but don't buy that for the short term. And again, don't buy any of these, honestly, guys, for the short term. This isn't anything that you should look at. I really am only giving my advice here, for what I tell my friends and family. This is advice that I give them that I tell them to hold. I tell them to buy and hold these coins. So that's really important. I don't think that we're going to see the full potential of any of crypto. It's still in its infancy and so many pieces need to fall in place to get it to the next level. So I wouldn't expect for, even if we do hit 40,000 this year, I think that would still be the infancy of crypto because we have so much on the infrastructure side that's yet to fall in place. And if Bitcoin does do a run like that, another back to 20 and upwards of 40, we're going to see so much infrastructure fall into place like really fast. But we're still not going to see the full expected value of Bitcoin, of any of crypto, for a while. And then after that, it's going to take a little while to fully develop Cardano. I think Cardano has the brightest future now after Litecoin and Ethereum because of all of the things that we've talked about on this channel. It is one of the most well-planned coins that is out there. It's really being designed to be a global currency in a way that is thinking through all of the potential pitfalls and rooms to be more extensible than some of these other coins that, there's other great coins that have potential for many, many transactions every second. But I think Cardano not only has that planned for when it's in its full functional phase, but they've been able to plan for so many other pitfalls that some of these coins may or may not be thinking about. Just Cardano discusses it, Charles Hoskinson discusses these things, and some of these other coins do not. So that is one of the advantages with Cardano as well, is you have Charles and you've got really some of the best people in crypto working on this project. So again, so it's right now the price is ridiculous for Cardano, 31 cents. That's absolutely crazy, but I think you have to look at it. All of crypto rises when the Bitcoin tide rises, and then all of it sort of sinks when the Bitcoin tide sinks. So I think we're going to see really big runs from Cardano again. Litecoin, I think we're going to see IOTA bounce back because of its tech as well. Stellar Lumens has an incredible team. That's another one that I'm holding. Haven't sold any of my Stellar Lumens. I don't like it as much as Cardano. I think it does have a lot of potential. I think it's going to do great. EOS, again, a lot of potential, but it's still in its infancy. I believe it's just still in token phase. Hold on, let me pull it up on the list of tokens. So I don't think, EOS isn't even a coin. It's just it's a token on the Ethereum network. So EOS is still theoretical. You're just kind of buying into the project for the tech. So anyway, so long story short on that, I think that there's a lot of room for so many of these coins to grow, and we're going to definitely see the full potential of these coins be realized. Now, is every coin going to make it? Absolutely not, because right now, we are up to 1,506 coins. a lot of people ask me about some of the coins that may not have the greatest tech, but are still, decently solid. And there's a lot of stuff out there. Another one that I like, I know, okay, so they've just changed their name to Nano, but Rayblocks. And I know that they have based their coin on the IOTA Tangle, their new technology. So basically, Rayblocks right now, I believe, is capable of really high-speed transactions, no fees. I believe that's what it says on their website. Let's go check it out. Just make sure if it says, I think it says feeless. And this is, yeah, zero fees, infinitely scalable, instant transactions. And yeah, I mean, it really is an awesome coin. So I think this one definitely has a really bright future as well. I like the new name. I like the rebrand. Everyone this could be a surprise for some of you who are holding Rayblocks or Ryblocks. As you can see, looking for Rayblocks. They've rebranded. I think this was a really smart move. It's the name Nano. That is a lot easier to say, a lot easier to explain. Rayblocks, maybe for techies, but that isn't a currency name, like Cardano or some of these just kind of roll off the tongue a little bit more. Ethereum, great name, great branding, just calling the coin Ether. It's a really great mental picture of a coin that exists in the digital space. So, there's a lot of great things that have come with the rebranding. So I think that this is really going to take off when it comes back. But they're already able to compete with the amount of transactions. I think it's like 7,000 or 8,000 transactions per second that they're capable of transacting. So it's a really awesome coin, and it's already in practice. So anyway, other coins that I am buying and or holding during this crash, because I think that they are going to come back in a major way. Verge. I think the privacy coin world is really undervalued right now. Dash, Verge, Monero, Zcash. I really like Verge, and I know that a lot of people have been, upset by some of the McAfee FUD. It honestly is a great project. I have been really impressed how they've been able to be very transparent with their community after everything that's gone on with McAfee. And, anyway, I like Verge. I think privacy coins are really important in this space. I think, again, we're going to have a coin that occupies a top spot for many of these areas. So you're going to have your tech coin that's going to be the new internet. You're going to have a coin that's for e-commerce. You're going to have a coin that's a store of value. And then you're definitely going to see a privacy coin that's a winner. I think we'll probably see a couple of privacy coins that are a winner. But if regulation is ever an issue that people want to avoid, I think all the money is going to start pouring into some of the lower price privacy coins, and I think Verge is going to be the first place people look for that. So anyway, really exciting coin. Really like Verge a lot. And is there another one? I will say that I don't think it's an amazing coin, but I don't see the need for people to FUD on it as much as they do, is Tron, TRX. I mean, it's fine. It's neither here nor there. I think it has its place, especially if they can keep negotiating partnerships, as long as they can find a purpose within the crypto space and continue to carve out that space. I think the branding is cool. I think there's a lot of things about it that people discount. And not that branding is everything, not that, but I think that some of these things really do go a long way, and I think people underplay that a lot, is that some of these coins have just gotten by on their marketing. Tron has really cool marketing, and I think that it's gonna hit a rebound. I don't know if we're ever gonna see, Tron be the number one, clearly, but if you have it, I say hold on to it. I don't think there's anything horribly wrong with Tron. I think it could easily come back. You know, um, yeah, I think Tron is fine. There's no complaints with Tron. What else is there? What else is there that we can highlight? Poe, I think, is another interesting coin for people who are content creators online. It's a coin that helps people secure their content rights. And I think that there's going to be coins that have very specific uses in the space that we will see flourish. And even if, we only see it hit a couple of dollars, I think that that's awesome. Anyone who got in, and here it is, Poet Coin. So anyone who's bought in, even if you buy in now, geez, it's only 5 cents. Didn't realize it was quite so low. I think it hit a high of like 15 cents, maybe something like that so far. There's a lot of coins, but I mean, compared to some, not horrible. I think only 2 billion right now in current circulation. But anyway, so I think that there's a lot of room for growth for some of these coins that have a specific use case that will appeal to a large section of people on the internet. I think that Tron is probably going to get accepted by some of the mega e-commerce sites in China. I've heard a lot of rumors that is still in process, so we'll see if that happens for them, if they're able to put some of those deals in place. But some of this other stuff I don't know about. I hear people talk about Pack Coin and then some of these other ones. The only coin that I've bought into that's like super cheap, and we've talked about it, is the Colossus X Colex coin. It's another privacy coin. It's surprisingly solid. I mean, I don't understand why more people haven't bought into it. You see people talking about some of this stuff that just is like really questionable. Like Electra, to me, looks really questionable. I look at the website and it just looks like dudes hanging out in the basement made Electra. The website, some of the branding isn't bad, but I mean, you go over to the team and I mean, it is a young industry. Crypto is a young industry. It's you don't end up with a coin called Ether Party if this isn't a lot of pretty young people. But anyway, I don't know. I feel like Electra might be too immature. I don't think that there's a real use case. It just says that it's fast, and I don't know. It gives some keywords that everyone should like, but it just kind of glosses over the details of what they're doing to accomplish that. Whereas a coin like Nano, they give all the details. It is a really well designed coin, really good tech. So anyway, I've been talking now for a long time. I'm sure this video is probably getting old, but make sure you enter for our CryptoKitties contest. We are giving away another CryptoKitty on the 10th. And all you have to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, as well as leave your MetaMask wallet as a comment, and then you are entered. And we're going to be doing Litecoin giveaways very soon again. So I'll let you guys know when we're starting that up, but we still have a few more CryptoKitties to give away. And anyway, please spread the word. If you share the video and then you leave a comment that just says shared, then we will give you a second entry that will count that word shared as a. But make sure you do share the video because we really appreciate it and it helps us out a lot. And make sure you tell your friends. We do have a website, bitcoinhomebase.com. Gives you a lot of good background information on how to invest in cryptocurrency, and we keep our blog there as well. So make sure you check that out, and we will talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye.